Hey guys, welcome back to another snapshot video. It's gonna be a shorter one again. Main focus was on fine-tuning ore distribution and terrain generation for the resource pack snapshot, so the 1.18 release again. For 1.17, we got a couple relevant bug fixes, and the Screaming Goats got more aggressive. Alright, so the Screaming Goat has a higher chance to do its ram attack now. I'm gonna just summon in 2. The Screaming Goat has a 2% chance to generate naturally, but if you breed them, the baby goat will also be a Screaming Goat. You can also check that with the data get command. There you can see is Screaming Goat 1. So if you got that, yeah, then you got a Screaming Goat, and they're more aggressive. So let's maybe put that weed away so they don't follow me anymore. Seems like every about 10 seconds they would now target a nearby entity. There we go. They attacked a pig. I also prepared a control test here. So this command block is gonna summon 30 Screaming Goats, and here we get 30 normal goats. There's some issues with the rendering right now, but should be possible to actually see what's going on. Unfortunately, this is not working. It was a bit better earlier. Restarting the world fixed the render issue temporarily. Can already see the group of the Screaming Goats almost got decimated, but there's still plenty of the normal goats. So those are definitely way more aggressive. So this could be useful for some kind of fun farm. We use the Screaming Goats to kill animals, for example, so anything that doesn't fight back. But in case the feature that is already in Bedrock Edition, that the goats would drop their horn if they attack something, will be implemented to Java as well, then might be preferable to breed the Screaming Goats maybe, because they would drop their horns quicker. But we have to see about that. So the next thing that changed, we basically go back to some old behavior, is that Infested Stone, a stone with a silverfish inside, can no longer be insta-mined. So I got a Netherite pickaxe with efficiency 5, I can give myself haste 2, which is enough to insta-mine stone, but here we got the Infested Stone, and this takes a very long time to mine. I even tried it out, wanted to see what you would need in order to insta-mine this, even if you would give yourself haste 100, which is already enough to insta-mine, for example, iron blocks. Still can't insta-mine the Infested Stone. It's basically back to the old behavior. In older versions, there wasn't a tool assigned for the Infested Stone. It got changed, and now the pickaxe is the assigned tool, but the breaking time of the Infested Stone got changed again. So if you go insta-mining and all of a sudden you can't mine a block, then it's Infested Stone again, like in previous versions. There's also a really old bug that got finally fixed, something I ran into recently again. If you break an anvil while enchanting something, the last item will be dropped. So if I would take out the netherite sword now, while the anvil doesn't break, I still have it basically here at my mouse cursor. But if the anvil will break, the GI closes and you will drop the item on the ground. What happens instead now is that it's just gonna be put in an inventory. A bit random. Let's see if we can get this anvil to break. Hopefully 7 hooks that are prepared are enough. Showcase effect. There we go. So this netherite sword has been put in my inventory instead of dropping to the ground. I guess this had to be tested. If your inventory is full, when the anvil breaks, the item would still drop on the ground. So I loaded up a new world with the data pack. Let's check out the changes to the terrain generation and the ore distribution for the 1.18 snapshot. First, let's check out the new noodle caves. Those have been added last week. What got changed about them is they wouldn't generate above Y30 anymore. And additionally, they were made a bit wider. So the difference between a noodle and spaghetti cave isn't as large anymore. Here we can try to explore a noodle cave. Yeah, last week we actually had issues going through those, and now it's a bit simpler. So kind of more like linguine caves. Last, let's quickly talk about some of the changes to the ore generation. So there will be fewer small iron and copper ore veins in order to compensate for the large veins that got added. But those large veins also shrunk a bit in size and became a bit more rare. Additionally, there's now an increased chance to find more of those raw metal or copper or iron blocks between the large veins. But those changes were still not the final version, so there will be more changes to this, and we have to talk about this again. That's all for today. Thanks guys for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.